Okay, let me fix this camera, guys. Just a second. Okay, now it's better. Hello, 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 and welcome to NeuroLingua Alchemist. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna grab my chair and oh, way better. Now, guys, if you are here for a magic solution to speak a language fluently in 3 months or 6 months, then you're watching the wrong video. I'm not your guy. Please find another guy. But if you are actually willing to put time, effort, energy, then you are at the right place. Now let's not waste so much time and dive into our system. As you know, guys, probably you have seen this upside down pyramid before. The system that I have built is based on this upside down pyramid on these 3 levels. The one is conscious learning, the second is autopilot learning, and the last one, it's called unconscious enhancement. Now, what we're going to do with this system, we're going to play or work on all these 3 levels at the same time. Let me give you an example. Okay, before giving you an example, sorry, just a second. I have to explain to you what this upside down 3 level means. Well, the first one, conscious learning. What does it mean? It is when you're going to attend classes, watching movie with subtitle, reading a magazine, or maybe even online, reading an article. So this is how it's conscious learning. You're learning consciously. You're using your prefrontal cortex. Now I'm going to show you where the prefrontal cortex is, guys. Okay, here. No, can you? No, you can't. Just a second. Now you can see it, right? So in this picture, you can see where the prefrontal cortex is. And this is the part of the brain we use in learning a new language, a new skill, anything. So now, and a PFC, as you can see, it stands for prefrontal cortex. Now let's go to the second level of learning, of language learning or learning. So it's the autopilot learning. What does that mean? Originally, the autopilot is used in the airplane to fly it automatically without much intervention of the pilot side. Now, what is the equivalent of the autopilot in our mind, in the human mind? It is called something called device mode network, DMN. And when something, okay, just a second, sorry. So when does something become automatically for us, for our brain, humans? It is when we repeat something too often, too well. Best example I'm gonna show you. Maybe not too well, because the example I'm gonna show you, maybe you will not agree with me. So where is that? Where is it? Okay, can you see it? Oh, now you can see. Okay, let me go to this part. Okay, now we all know, where is the driving? Yes. Now we all know that after you're driving a car for many years, it becomes so easy for you, so you do not even has to pay to focus 100% on the road, or it doesn't take so much time and energy in your mind and from the conscious side, so it's become automatic. And many of you have experienced this, that when you're driving, it becomes very easy after a while. It's the same. And you know what is the interesting thing? In this article, they have taken picture which part of the mind, look, which part of our mind works in this process. Look, you can see it, right? Okay. Now it's this side, it's a little bit of our prefrontal cortex that works. And so much, can you see it, guys? There and here. It's almost in the middle, in the back of our mind. It actually what is working, and it is where the DMN is. So now, what is more important? What to do? Let me get back to my picture. What to do to train this device in learning new language? How to train this device? How to get this device to work for you as fast as possible? It is when you're listening to the target language, to the language that you want to learn. But when you do not pay so much attention to it. For example, like biking. While you're biking to the work, okay, you can play a podcast, okay, in the target language, or you can play a music or a film or anything in the language, in the target language that you want. So this is how you train your ears, and not only your ears, but the device, the DMN, the autopilot in your mind. You train it. Okay, guys, now the last level of the system, which is the unconscious enhancement. Now, what I want you to do is to play, whether it's an audio, it's a movie, it's a podcast, or it's a song, anything. What I want you to do to play it while you are sleeping. Why? Especially the things that you have learned that day. Okay? So the things that I will show you an example right after. So the things that you have learned that day consciously and automatically, you trained your autopilot device that day. You're going to play it while you were sleeping, because it's going to enhance, to support, to ensure what you have learned or what you have been learning, because it's not only just one day, it's gonna take you a long time. And people are different, by the way, so I'm not gonna get into that subject now, but let's get back. So I want to show you what part of our brain lights up or works while we are sleeping. Well, there are two parts. One of them is hippocampus, and the other one is they call it auditory cortex. Just a second, I'm gonna show you. Okay, come on. Now, okay guys, can you see it? The auditory cortex is two part, one primarily and one secondary. I'm not gonna get into details, but this part of our brain is the listening. When you're listening, when your ears is listening, is going directly to this part of the brain, and that's why it's called auditory cortex. And what other part works while what is the other part in our brain that lights up? I told you, it is the hippocampus. Just a second. Where is no, yes. Now, can you see it, guys? Just let me ensure. Okay, now you can see it. Okay, this is the hippocampus. You see, it's curvy, by the way. Well, now the this is a funny thing. This is a funny story. Do you know why it's called hippocampus? Well, because it's actually very genius. In Latin, hippo is called horse, and campus is the sea monster. So because it's curvy and it looks like the seahorse, look at it. So can you see it? Just let me ensure it. Okay, now you can see it. Okay. So because of that, they call it hippocampus. So it's actually, it's the name, it's the horse, the seahorse. Exactly that what it, the sea monster horse. Well, now let's get back to our subject. I got distracted a little bit. Yes, just a second. No, yes. Now, so these two parts of our brain, the hippocampus and the auditory cortex, they lights up in our brain. And what is the hippocampus is responsible for? It's responsible for the long-term memory. So that's exactly what we're going to work on. That's why it's very important, actually, what you have learned during the day, while consciously or automatically, to repeat it at night. It's going to help you so much to remember what you have learned during the day. Now, I'm going to give you an example what I do. Okay? I'm learning German. Now I'm going to tell you how I learn by myself. Yes. Now there is this website, sorry. There is this website, it's Deutsche Welle Learning. So Deutsche Welle Lernen. It is to learn a German. What I do, this is actually practices. I learn it consciously. I'm going to give you an example. So this is a video. It's going to be the subject about something blah, 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 blah. And then after... Okay. So I'm going to hit start. Now there is exercises to learn German. After I have learned this one, by the way, after I repeat each exercise, what do I do? Well, I go to the YouTube. I'm gonna show you. I'm going to YouTube, and even you can download it, by the way. I'm gonna write Nico's Weg A2. Now this is the level that I am targeting, by the way, because I have learned German before. My level is A2. So now this is the whole movie. So what they have done, they have made a movie on A2 level, and they put it on YouTube. Not only that, what they have done is they have made exercises. So they have made exercises, texts about this movie, okay, and they put it on Deutsche Welle on the website. Okay, my laptop is a little bit slow. Sorry. Now, after I do each exercise, what do? I come when I'm going, for example, not directly, not right after, but what I do when, for example, now after 15 minutes, I'm going to my brother-in-law's house, and I'm going to bike there. So what I'm going to do is to play this movie and listen to it while I'm biking. And by the way, I still do not understand everything. to be honest with you and to make it clear. So when you're listening, that doesn't mean you're going to understand, sorry. No, you're not. And you have to be patient, by the way. Okay? So this is how I'm going. So now I showed you 2 ways. So the website, I'm doing exercises on this movie. And then how do I train my autopilot device in my brain? By listening to this movie, the exact movie that exercises are about. I'm going to listen to it while biking, while doing chores at home, maybe while going for a run, jogging. This is how you train both of them. Now, when I'm going to sleep, by the way, I have downloaded this movie on my phone, okay? And I'm going to listen to it while I sleep. This is how I work on all these 3 levels: conscious, autopilot, and unconscious. Now, in the next video, I'm going to talk about the silent period, guys. Until then, take care and see ya. Bye.